Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to provide a quick update on FRC, the First Republic Bank situation. So, the stock is being delisted and will resume trading under the new over-the-counter symbol FRCB. This will give any options holders a chance to execute their positions if they're in the money, and in the case of people who have the money puts, force the over-the-counter shares into the accounts of people with sold puts. Now, I've heard some, I would call them rumors at this point, that in order to execute on a put, you would actually have to have the shares to sell to the person on the other end of the trade, in which case there might end up being some buying of the over-the-counter shares occurring, and maybe a chance to sell for a slightly lower loss than what you may have in your account if you have shares. So maybe be on the lookout for that, or do some more digging on that. That was, I think I was just reading that in either like a comment section or something else. So take it with a grain of salt. I have not really vetted that idea. Now, I will say for my part, my conviction on First Republic was about 51-49 in the favor of the industry, and the regulators and such coming together and figuring out a way for this not to be the next collapse, because I thought that there was a high level of motivation to stop the contagion effect. I thought that the $30 billion that the other banks put in to kind of shore up First Republic was kind of a sign that everybody was committed, and boy, that one definitely turned out to be wrong. I think now, looking back on it, it was probably more of the case where that was them trying to send a signal of confidence so that depositors maybe would stop pulling out, and that maybe it wouldn't be as bad as people thought it would be. And maybe it would stop some of the bleeding in the stock market when it comes to their own stocks. I think maybe it was just simple self-preservation on their part. Now, that being said, hindsight's 2020. I hope that nobody out there watching this right now put any substantial amount into this, considering the fact that it was basically a speculative coin flip type situation. Even if you had a pretty good feeling, or maybe you had you really thought it was going to go the one way, you had to recognize, I hope, that there was a very real chance that it would go this direction. Now, one thing I was definitely surprised by, though, was how fast it went from their earnings into that same weekend. They were just they were being sold to the highest bidder, right? Everything they have now belongs to JPM, and this is just crazy. But I think it's possibly a lesson that needed to be learned for anybody that wasn't investing back in 2008, as to how quickly things can just deteriorate once the first domino falls. So take from that what you will. Now, I'm going to be linking my Discord in the description. I would love for you to join there and participate in the conversation. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep having the conversation on an ongoing basis. Let me know in the comments below if you put anything into FRC and what you thought was going to happen with it. And were you right? Were you wrong? Give it a like if you liked it. If not, well, I don't give a rat's patootie anyway. All right? Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.